Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Artcast. Today we are going to be working on Bibi or Bebe. How would you pronounce that? It's the mom from Primos. A really good show, I like it. I know it got a bit of a rough start with the fact that I guess people didn't see it as being indicative of the entire Latino experience, but I guess that was the point. The main character is she's just not quite I don't know, in tune with her Hispanic roots, and that's a big theme of the show. Hey, Mad Dog. As they explored over a crazy summer where all the cousins lived together. It's weird. People were bitching about how she's not like that's not right, and it's like, well, yeah, that's sort of, they're gonna explore that. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know whether or not it's something to consider, but there was recently a trailer for the Ninja Turtles, where their new holiday special, and it seems like the commercial that they have is clearly AI, and it's called Chrome Alone 2. I didn't know there was a Chrome Alone 1. But it seems like hopefully it's going to maybe focus on the issue of AI and capitalism and marketing and stuff like that. If it doesn't, then it's a huge waste of an opportunity. But there's a commercial in it that's live action. It's got some little girls. They clearly have multiple fingers. If they did not, I don't think Sony would be sloppy enough to let that air. I mean, I hope not. But anyway, it's just and people were like, oh man, this sucks. And it says, well, let them cook a little bit. Let them cook, let them redeem themselves a little bit. They might, actually have something to talk about. Anyway, as you can see, this was this year's Cthulhu. Ever since I added Cthulhu, I think Cthulhu was a how long ago did I did it? Maybe last 3 years. A fairly recent addition to the idea of Momsters. And so far I've depicted it in 3 different styles. One was, I think it was the mom from, yes, it was definitely the mom from My Hero Academia. And she was a cultist, and she was using her floaty powers to make an elder sign stone float. And then there was the mom from Robot Boy. And then she was just straight up a Cthulhu monster thing. So that was fun. And then this is fun. An artist depiction of Cthulhu, which is actually in the Call of Cthulhu. The weeks leading up to sort of an incident in the island that is later discussed. A psychiatrist is dealing with his patient who is an artist, I think. And he's getting these wild, vivid dreams of Relay, the city where Cthulhu lives, and they get all these stories of all these artists going nuts and all these psychics going nuts. So they're all being fed these projections, or really sensitive projections, I guess. of what relay looks like, and then after a while it goes away. Hey, Cyborg. So yeah, this is the first sort of like, and it fits perfectly because she is an artist. She's so bright and cheerful and wacky in the show. So it was like, okay, this fits out good. Some of these are a real kind of pain where you have to like figure out how, like, oh, okay, how do I depict this, or like, what's this? Sometimes you just end up like making them a monster version of whatever. Just like show them in the costume. Other times there's like really opportunity to kind of play with the what's going on, and like, oh, that would be totally perfect for them, or a little subversion of their character. Hey, Brian. Yeah, I'm glad you're happy to be here. I'm let's see. Internet is the internet, how is the internet doing? Okay. Internet's sort of stable-ish. I guess I've been having trouble with it ever since the rain. I hope they've like fixed that. I have just been sort of having, on a personal note, having a little bit of a sort of crappy couple days. Things have just been popping up that are kind of, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, just not feeling the best. And then at the end of the month, something popped up where we might have family coming in just all of a sudden, which kind of throws gears into my works. But I'm gonna kind of try to double down on stuff and just keep on working, which is what I'm doing now. I'm working on a little other thing. So if I seem a little distant, as I am sometimes with these, is that good? Yeah, that's fine. I want that there. This one can go up here and do that. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm only like sending 800. What the hell? That's not right. I should be having oh, here. Let me turn off Discord. Let me turn off one. Oh, let's see. Okay, I had to quit OneDrive. Let's see what that does. Because I tested it, it was supposed to be internet speed test. Yeah, still doing good there. Yeah, we should at least be getting like 3,000 instead of this. Hold on one second. I'm just going to start and stop again. Huh. Okay, good. It's, well... Well, that sucks. What am I using? I'm not using anything. Let's see. PS4 is off. Internet speed test. There we go. It's kind of bumping up a little more. Yeah, again, just been having just like I was about to stream last night and the internet was super shitty. So it's just kind of like, it's just like one of those days where you're just like, ah, everything's kind of working against you a little bit. Let's see, who sent me what? Nothing. Okay. Good, it's popping up there. Now we're at, hopefully, the target's supposed to be like 4,000 KBs, but now we're just at a regular 1,000. So, shit. What could I possibly have on? We're not downloading anything, are we? Nope. Okay. So anyway, I talked about the new TMNT trailer. I think last time I talked about Wonder Man, which also suffered from like a similar, like, and they all but admitted that they had they used artificially enhanced or AI enhanced images, which they said they got from an artist, which, like, what the shit does that mean? I think it was on a bunch of lunch boxes. A shot of a bunch of lunch boxes that were in the trailer. Other than that, I don't know what Wonder Man is about. I don't even know. Let's see. Wonder Man. I remember he was in that one animated version. Of the Avengers at the tail end of all their animated stuff. Let's see. What's his powers? Wonder Man debuted in 1964. Okay. Appeared. It says they hear. Wait. Wait, did DC really sue them for like Wonder Woman? Okay, had gained superhuman due to chemical and radiation treatments with ionic energy by Baron Zemo. There we go. See durability and reflexes of the power unintentionally enlaced PIM particles in the Zim's aim is to use the radiation, stamina, and speed. Okay, so he's just kind of strong. Cool. Yeah, well. Anyway, this is the base I'm using for, I'm just like modeling a quick Cthulhu. It's a little weird because they only use them from the front. But this was nice. Just, again, more experimentation with Blender to see what you can get from it. Let's see. They've already rendered. They've already released like a Blender. Let's see. What do I have? I work with Blender. I think I had to go up to note number 5. No, 4. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't spend on that plugin. I'm working with Blender 4.4. They got 4.5, and they've already got the beta for 5 out. That's sort of the one thing about Blender, is that they're always working on the newer adaptations of it. Oh, wonderful. How is it? I hope it's not too cold yet. Hey, Mr. Nobody, how you doing? Take over the. Yeah. Oh, hey, Partridge. I'm looking through just other things. Not much else. I mean, everything's going on, but like not much I can report on myself. But anyway, yeah, it was again, September was like really just all about sort of experimenting with Blender and seeing what that would do. How to like make sure, not make sure, but just to see what I can actually get out of it. In the final piece, actually, no, you know what? Yeah, I could have maybe drawn the final piece a little bit faster, but again, it was just nice to like figure out and model it. I don't do anything with the tentacles. I don't. I'm trying to remember. Right. This is this a no? This looks generated. Looks like AI crap. Hold on. Prime Flix TV. No. And that was a year ago. So I was gonna say that looks like this looks like garbage. Pixar 9 hours ago. Fake or misleading. That's what this was labeled as. Okay. Fan trailer. Crap. This is all just a bunch of. Like, do you have a link? I'm drawing out Patty. Drawing out Patty from Lost in McDonaldland at the moment. Oh yeah, that's Adventure Time sort of McDonald's thing. Okay. No, AI, 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 AI. This is a fan concepts, all this stuff. This is just footage from the first movie. Okay, let me just look like the Pixar has a YouTube channel, right? Like an official YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. And the last thing that was loaded up on their channel was side by side comparisons. Well, like I was saying, yeah, I've just been having a frustrating last couple days. I've mainly just been working around the house, getting things done, getting some things done for, and then we might have some visitors coming and having an extended stay with us. So I don't know. it just more or less kind of felt like, ugh. It's like, yeah, I figured this would have happened. And I had an early start too in the summer, but even that was hectic because we were traveling a bunch. Once for my birthday and another time for moms, and I don't know. But you know what? think I'm gonna try to double down on it and figure out what to do. I just got a package from Underwolf, so I know I want to try and do that. So I'm gonna just set up a camera and focus on that. So did you get that? Hey, Cage. This was okay, like doing the divots in the head. I think. Yeah. Again, like I'm putting a lot of work into Cthulhu, and again, this is just like mainly just figuring out how to work with Blender because the final piece is he's covered up by half, I think. But still, this is one of like my this is what I was on a real hot streak for like maybe the first. Actually, all these are pretty good. Maybe my least favorite one was Linda, but even that one was like I thought really great, and I got to use Blender to help with her outfit. Maybe the Reaper one's also a little bit too high concept, but otherwise that this set that I made this year was pretty good. And again, I'm just using like three different programs for this. I'm using Affinity to sort of make the make the flat lines and shapes, or the lineless art style, I should say. Who is Patty? Patty lost in a Godonald land. Okay, you got the Fry Fest. Oh wait, is Patty the human? Did they name the human Patty? Yeah, I guess so. I still miss Sunday and all those other like characters from the Gillespie Chupo version. Hmm. For werewolves only. Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out. Just gotta kind of push through it. Again, I really also like the design of the style of this series. I mean, it's typical Disney. It reminds me of like a little bit of Gravity Falls, but a little more of uh, Craig of the Creek, maybe. Yeah, at least in the proportions of the characters, where they've got a little bit more here and there. Hey, Dime. You didn't know he was voiced by D. Baker? Oh, I keep forgetting he's also Bubble Bass. That's right, but he's got that weird laugh, so of course. Your horses. I need to look something up. Okay, here we go. Where am I? I am right here, and I need to be. Cool. Okay. Okay. Nope. It's too dark. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for Halloween this year. I mean, we're gonna maybe. I don't know. What's the situation for trick or treaters here? Halloween is on a Saturday, right? So we may get a good crowd. Still. But yeah, I haven't been. Oh, cool. This is still line art. Oh, that's great. I won't have to do a whole bunch of meddling. How do their teeth look? Okay. I always wonder what Bubble Bass's voice was based on. No, I don't know. Might be working on Halloween. I'm sorry, Cage. Oh, that just reminds me of that short, like the original regular show, the one where it's Benson and Mordecai. I guess like the rudimentary versions of them. What is it? Was it called Halloween or was it called like 3 a.m.? Let's see. Regular show Halloween? No. Halloween short? No. Pilot short? Yeah, okay. Well, they're already using CGI. What is this faux? What's faux-licious? Is that an actual thing? Because they're using like crappy AI to like sell their crap. Oh, it's a brand. Finding instant. Okay, it's a very small company, but still, shit. And I got to see that crap on YouTube. Let's see. It's called 2 at the AM PM. Okay. 2 in the AM PM. Okay. Right, here we go. And even then, they've got AI generated summaries. I saw that. I was like watching a clip of what was it? It was a clip of Twilight Zone, and it had the spoilers underneath it. How the hell do I turn this crap off? I mean, spoilers for the Twilight Zones, but still, like, if I were watching any other kind of. Actually, what the hell is that? Okay, I got this. Let's see if I go here to this Machiavellian video. Yeah, it's got it here. But anyway, it literally started with a man from Venus and a man from Mars. It's like, oh, come on. What's the point of watching it? But then again, why would you scroll down to the comments? By the way, I started watching this. It's like Unsolicited Advice, which is another kind of philosophy channel. Not my favorite. Still like Abby. But then there's this guy. I mean, he's talking about Machiavellian. It's like, oh, how he's like a huge misconception to his work. It's like, sure, he starts out by saying like Machiavellian still liked democracy and said that it's actually needed in order to make people happy with their government and their society. It's like, and how you shouldn't let the rich people get like everything. It's like, oh, okay, I kind of like that. And then it goes on to say, well, sometimes also the king needs to do bad things. So killing's okay in some cases. I was like, oh, so he's still evil. It's just evil in a more or less detached way. Cool. Oh, no, I'm not looking for I'm not looking to get rid of AI on the search results. I'm talking about right under video descriptions now on YouTube. Well, here, let's just see. YouTube, turn off video descriptions. Turn off AI summary. There's no currently turning off AI summary. Great. So they got to justify that. Without data centers like the U.S., like I heard that the without data centers or including data centers within the report, like the U.S. job market only grew by 1.0%. But then again, that's the kind of thing that's been making me depressed over the last couple months, weeks, months. No, weeks. Last month was okay. Right? Uh, Anyway, let me focus on this real quick. Keep on drawing. I think I also over the last week. I mean, I should be a little more I am grateful, but it's just kind of been like my motivation just took like a real kick in the teeth. But it was just last week I was like I found some settings that really helped with Affinity, which is the program I'm currently using now. The inputs were really the only word I can describe it were sticky. Like it would take a little bit too long to like get it to respond to stuff. And then I just swapped some settings around and it seemed to work out pretty good. So generally fun to write these sometimes more graphic side missions for random characters. Hmm. Oh, right on. Yeah. Wait, I'm looking for a tongue. I'm looking for colors. I can like. There we go. Hold on. Where can did I have it on here on this side? No. Okay, hold up a second. Hmm. Beautiful. Let's see. You got Ethan, Esther, and Abaddon. I might as well talk about another show I've been watching. Yeah, another show that I recently got into was Haunted Hotel, which seemed like I don't know. Well, first of all, it seemed really appropriate. I think it premiered like last month, and although it is appropriate for the spooky season, it is about a family that inhabits a the titular haunted hotel. They could have called it something else. Like it's called the Undervale. I think the Undervale View. I think the town is called the Undervale, and I think the hotel is called that too. Haunted hotel just seems, I don't know, a little, just a tad bit too generic. Um, oh, where's the rest of the shading? Oh, it's right here. Good. Okay. But anyway, you've got this family inhabiting this haunted hotel. And it's on all sorts of crazy cursed land that just seems to have this huge history of all these. It's mainly ghosts, but like they've got other things like eldritch abominations and demon mirrors and little things living out in the forest. It's very much like borrows from Gravity Falls in that way. In fact, it's kind of seemed to like be, I don't know, just like it borrows just a lot of stuff, and that's like one criticism I have for it, because it's like Ghosts plus Gravity Falls plus a little bit of Owl House, because the youngest daughter, Esther, is now studying witchcraft in order to, one, yes, best help with dealing with all the houses, like different, all the different things that happen inside the house. And it gives her the character of being like mischievous and wanting to explore the world that is before her. One other twist is that Will Forte's character, Uncle Nathan, is a ghost himself, so that's played up. Okay, see you, Cage. Yeah, I've got other notes here. I don't know. One bit of criticism. I mean, it's a fine premise to have one of the uncles be a ghost, but I will say that Will Forte is basically just doing uh, his character from The Great White North again. Hey, Johnny. He's sort of this overly cheery, overly positive individual, kind of naive in a lot of different aspects, but then not naive enough with other sort of things that happen inside the house. It is somewhat implied earlier on that he was a bit of a dreamer, a bit of a how would I put this? Yeah, like they don't go far enough to like depict him as like sleazy or like how can I put this? They don't seem to go far enough to depict him as like being a huckster or a trickster or like like you come across Uncle Grunkle Stan, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, this guy is clearly, you would totally believe he's trying to like outrun the police across like many states, because that's he just oozes like con man. They never like make it seem like he's a con man, but they do say he's like one time he called Catherine because he like betted on a horse, and he owns a hotel that is just haunted, I guess. Never seemed to settle down. I think they could have like really sort of focused in on that. You want to tell me where to send? By the way, if you want to know where to send your Gmail, right? Did I send you the original one, or are we talking about the original one, or are we talking about the new one? Anyway, I'll check DA. Catherine is, I don't know. Catherine's just Catherine. I didn't really get like a huge impression from her. She's just kind of a little bit of an uptight mom. She's trying to keep the hotel afloat for reasons that seem baffling, but again, put a pin on that. Esther's interesting because, again, like I said, she seems to be like a little bit more spirited, more adventurous, very into the whole idea of doing the, like, exploring the supernatural. Also, she is absolutely dressed like the little girl from the buried Nickelodeon series Welcome to the Wayne. Like, if you look at those two characters side by side, like, they are literally, like, both have red hair, both are wearing oversized green jackets that hold all their tools together, and they are both in these huge, weird places, to the point where I thought, like, oh my gosh, is this actually a repurposed Welcome to the Wayne? Because and then looking into that, I was like, why does that girl look so familiar? And I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I looked at Welcome to the Wayne, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the exact same thing. And the plot of Welcome to the Wayne was a new kid moves into the building. It's like this skyscraper in the middle of a big city. It's kind of like Gravity Falls meets Hey Arnold, or the PJs? I don't know. Like, all these misadventures inside just like a really, really big building. And they're interested, these two siblings are interested in the new kid because they say that like all sorts of new weird stuff has started happening more and more since he moved in. Which again seems very, very similar to the plot of Haunted Hotel. I looked into it. There is no crossover or overlap between like creators or people that worked on the series. Like, could like one have seen the other, and there could a character designer that I just don't know about work on both? Maybe. I just thought it was just like really, really like a huge coincidence. Is who smarmy? The uncle? No, the uncle is not smarmy at all. He's just kind of like super positive. Again, he's just doing Wolf from the Great White North, except while Wolf inexplicably does seem to like succeed, in certain aspects of his life. I mean, he married Honey. He's working with his dad. He's got a great relationship with his family. Nathan he's a guy, and he seems to like be really like sentimental and caring, especially for the ghosts, because he feels like he does have a connection to them now that he is one. I'm not sure. They don't go into a lot of his life before him dying, but the first episode sort of revolves around Catherine finally like getting like saying, okay, enough with all these ghosts, and they hire an exorcist, this like like the little old lady from Poltergeist. And he explicitly says, I feel a connection to the ghosts because these people, there's nothing really separating me from them other than you, my sister. Which, a little bit of class solidarity going on. Nathan, I don't know what to tell you about Nathan. Nathan's just kind of he's the weird middle, or he's like the weirder older boy. Kind of a nerd, kind of an eccentric. But not like in any sort of like cool or interesting way. Again, like Catherine and Nathan, like they do interesting stuff, but like I really, really, really couldn't. Like I'm trying to think about what happens to Nathan. There's one part where Nathan actually goes and splits himself up. Again, very much like Gravity Falls style. He gets separated into a bunch of his different counterparts. The only difference is that they're not exact clones. He walks into this cabinet, or he looks in a mirror, and he says, I wish I were more brave, or I wish I'm more funny, or like, I wish I was like more like a cat, because there is a cat Nathan. And they're split into like different parts of his psyche. Like literally straight out of Gravity Falls. Oh, they ripped themselves off twice in a row for like one episode. Like there's one episode where Catherine starts to remodel the honeymoon suite, and it turns out the honeymoon suite is a sentient room, a la 1408. Did I get that right? Did I pull that right out of my? Let's see. 1408. Yeah, cool. I got that. It's the Stephen King. It's the movie based off the Stephen King short about an evil room in a hotel. Except this one's horny, and it's horny for Catherine, who, like, the art style for the series is very much like, I would say, Phineas and Ferb. Like Phineas and Ferb, except like a bunch of outliers. There's some things. Some of the ghosts and some of the other characters like really don't fit in. There's one part where Catherine goes on a blind date, and I swear to God, the guy that she meets looks like, I don't know what show it is, but he looks like a certain show from PBS. It's his eyes. He just, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird and uncanny. Sometimes the art style. I mean, it's good, and the animation is like really surprisingly good, and they use a lot of like really good camera angles, and the like the background designers and the I forget what you call it. Not objects, background designers and prop designers in this series are like the real stars of the show. Because you actually feel like the hotel is this like expansive living environment where all these ghosts can occupy the space. I was going to say Gravity Falls at one point is great because they use all those camera angles too. Like there's a certain point, like in a show's lifespans, when they sort of rely on the 2/3 look, and things get a little stale. I'm thinking outside of when they really want to flex their muscles, I'm thinking of things like The Simpsons or Family Guy, where it's that's far shot, as opposed to early Simpsons when they tried, especially like season 2. I think they tried all these weird, crazy expressions and stuff. Wonderful, thank you. But they do a good job making the place feel organic and alive, which is great. But anyway, getting back to Catherine and her haunted house, they literally sort of do that. They do the idea of a living like object back to back, because you have Catherine and her sort of romance with this room. And then the next episode, Nathan finds a magical book that he can write in, and it writes back, a la Harry Potter. They do one clever thing with that, in that when he starts talking to it, and he's just reading the words off the page, but they're in like this really super fancy cursive. So when he reads it in his own head, he gives it a female voice, which at the end it's revealed that the spirit in the book is a guy. And he sort of has a little bit of a, well, he just goes, his perception goes through an alteration, let's just say that. Okay, one thing I can say about Nathan, he's a medium, or he's like a sensitive or whatever, which means that he can channel ghosts or help ghosts move stuff or interact with ghosts in a new, unique way. He's kind of got a girlfriend in the house who is a flapper girl that died in like the 1920s. And yeah, they sort of have a relationship. I don't know whether it's sweet or destined to fail, which I guess is the point of the whole thing. Art style is good. I guess I should talk about the ghosts. One strength the show has is that, along with like anything that could pop up, like monsters and stuff like that, you also have just a really unique, large cast of ghosts that can have unique problems each and every episode. I always like a show like that, where it's like the premise can make it go anywhere. Always say that no matter what you say of his current work, but the gold standard was Fairly Odd Parents, because you have the ability to have, you can go anywhere and do anything with some caveats, and then you can you can either have crazy, bizarre stories, or you can like focus inward and see what the wishes reveal about the main characters. That works with both the original series and the newer series. In here, you can have like this huge cast of where like new ghosts can just show up. They were just in the background always, which like leads to some really interesting reveals, interesting ghosts. I mean, interesting jokes about ghosts and their origins. I still don't know. Yeah, okay, no. People show up. I was going to say, I don't know if other people know that the place is haunted. I know other people know that the place is haunted because other people show up and see the ghosts. The rules for the ghosts is that they can just interact with some things in the house, but they can never, like, touch anything unless it was a part of them, when they were alive. The first joke in the whole thing is about this ghost who's a stabbing maniac. And he's got his own knife. And it's a ghost knife? But he can't stab humans. And they never show him stabbing other ghosts, so... Yeah. I mean, the show has rules, and it tries to adhere to them pretty well. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Oh, and then you have Abaddon, my boy Abaddon, who is a demon of the deeper levels of hell, who has inhabited a very small boy from the 1700s. Which every time I try to think I like Abaddon, I always remember is that small boy trapped in the body with him, or because they kind of use Abaddon as a lot of comedic relief. He's immortal, he can't be harmed. He kind of has a tragic backstory where he wants to desperately go back to hell and rule over his kingdom, but he can't because he's trapped in the body. And there was one guy who could sort of exorcise him, but he accidentally killed him. So... Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, I will stream that. Abaddon is very much the highlight of the series. He's very much the Roger, or the Teddy of the series, where he just having him on screen can kind of get you a good laugh. Again, don't quite know how I feel about whether or not where's that boy's soul? What happened to it? They may actually it's been renewed for about 2 more seasons, but those are Netflix seasons, so they can either be anywhere between 10 episodes each, or 15 one and then 5 another. Oh yeah, King of All Shrimp. Yeah, Abaddon's great. I just really wish I knew where that boy's soul was. If he already went to heaven, that's fine. That's great. That means we can have our little fun joke boy guilt-free. I was gonna say, there's her and Esther, or him and Esther, form a really tight bond. It's actually really sweet, and one of the focal points of the series finale, where a cult actually comes to worship him, and he sort of has to choose between his relationship with her, or his relationship with the cult, and possibly having a chance to go home. It's very sweet and very sentimental. Let's see, what am I looking at? What else is there? Let me bring up a. Let's see, I've already talked about. I've got an outline. I've got an outline. Let's say for side eye review. Short blurbs, notoriety, development, character, themes, and metaphors. There's one thing I want to talk about, but before that, I want to see like. Let's see. There's an Invasion of the Body Snatchers episode, which was okay. I mean, the sad thing is that there's a lot of like really inspiring bits, but it all feels like, I don't know. It's just kind of I'm just left a little bit wanting when it comes to other things. There's this like really weird episode, and I mean weird in like a good way, that sort of like focuses on like a whole serial killer kind of thing angle. Let's see. Episodes. Haunted Hotel. What episodes? The Seven Deadly Bins. That's the one where he split up. Ghost Hunters. Oh yeah, they have a show. They parody Ghost Hunters. Where they have a team of paranormal exorcists come in. Ruffle Fluffs are Ruffle Fluffs is the one where that's the Body Snatchers one. Okay, How to Train Your Demon. That was an interesting one because that showed that. Oh, what was I going to say? That was the one where they showed that Abaddon's basically been running around the whole town for like a couple thousand, 100 years. No, not thousands. Like about maybe 300 years. He's been just like kicking around this whole town. In fact, it is somewhat implied that because he is a demon, he has been attracting all of this weird supernatural stuff into the town of Undervale. But like, there's one point where Catherine tries to take Abaddon into town, and treat him like, I mean, she treats him like he is an ancient demon. But there's one part where she like tries to stuff him into a trunk and gets into a little bit of trouble. They walk around town, and each member of the town's like, "Hey, that's the kid that's always breaking into my kitchen and sitting on my table at night, or like running through my garbage." And like, it's like, well, what then? If he's been doing that for like the last, I guess he hasn't, because spoilers. Okay, we're gonna get into spoilers. The episode where he goes and the cult visits him, he uses this artifact to basically travel all the way back in time to like before the dinosaurs, and he waits out existence until that exact moment. Doesn't change anything about anything. Like prevents Will from not Will. I'm calling him Will because he's Will Forte, but he doesn't prevent Nathan from like becoming a ghost or prevent any of the other incidents in the hotel. He doesn't even stop the slasher from stealing his trilby, which I know that comes out of left field, but it makes sense in this show. And he does that like a million times. So I don't know why like the town wouldn't have like an urban legend based around this kid unless he's literally just sitting still in like the ditch that Will found him in for like thousands of years. Little bit, I mean, it's for the bit, but like a little bit of a plot hole. Especially that there is a plot in this series, because later on, let's just say that there wasn't there's some drama related to the way that in which Nathan died. And I will say it's smart because they did set this up, that ghosts don't remember how, or they don't remember everything about how they died. Because there one episode before this, they have an episode called Aunt Rose, which is an episode about how one of the family's relatives come. She's just this huge bitch. And then when she finds out that you become a ghost when you die, she decides, oh, I would like to be a ghost. So she decides to move in and stay at the hotel. You become a ghost if you die on the hotel grounds. Spoilers, she does, but she doesn't stick around for very long. And but it does show the process of her becoming a ghost, and then maybe or maybe not remembering exactly what happened to you. So that's set up beforehand, which is smart, and then paid off the very next episode. And I'd say that this reveal sort of recontextualizes sort of a question that's been in the back of my head. Like, why the hell would Catherine... Like, why not just leave? Why try to keep the business going? What is the point of her staying? Because there's plenty of times when she's like, nope, I don't feel like it. But they also don't talk... I mean, they always talk about how they need money, but they never talk about how, like, this is their only option. Like, how they're absolutely destitute, or this is, like, the only property they could own. They sort of hint at that. But again, this big reveal sort of recontextualizes everything on a more emotional level. Like, why would she want to stay? Why would she risk the lives of her kids to do this? All in all, I'd say that I like the series, and I'm glad it's sort of getting some momentum. I've already seen some fan art from a very popular sort of, I was going to say illustrationist, but like what they do is that they do sketches and they have it on YouTube shorts, which is fun, and they're all like really, really creative and expressive, but like, yeah, YouTube sketches, YouTube artists, we'll call it. So I'm glad that the series is picking up some momentum. There's like a bunch of episodes I would actually skip, like the one where like Nathan splits up. I'd say watch episode 1, 2. There's only 10 episodes. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like a divot in the middle of this here where I say you could skip it. Like episode 1, 2, 3, and then 8, 9, and 10. Like the others just feel like it's just really kind of there just to pad out the time, which is weird since it's such a short season to begin with. But yeah, they said that it's already renewed for a second season. Wait, did I? Okay, a second season. I think there's a lot of potential here, but I also think that it kind of gets bogged down in certain weird tropes that it doesn't need to like do. The final season, the one where it shows like Abaddon's and Esther's relationship, was like really sweet and really establishes where things could go from here. Again, it's just like, hey, where did that little kid's soul go? Did he turn into the Cockney kid? Who knows? That's the one thing that kind of bugs me. Let's see. I thought Catherine was voiced by the same voice actress that did Ann Possible. You know, Kim Possible's mom. Turns out it's not, which I got a little excited for. They sound the same and they have the same sort of cadence, but yeah. Oh, hey, Velcro Candy. Thank you. So what I recommend, yeah, it's got a 75 based on reviews, and I'd say that's pretty good. Ooh, but Metacritic gave it a 54, which is a little brutal, but yeah, I would be interested in a second season. Although I will say this just really makes me miss not what was it? Dead End. Like, I really wish they got that last season of Dead End. Which, like, screw Musk and Libs of TikTok. Like, they try to recreate the whole what was it? Oh yeah, they try to recreate the whole Jimmy Kimmel boycott thing, but like landed flat on their face because they chose a show that got like, unfortunately, did not get renewed for like it's been 5 years, I think. Oh well, I was just talking about Haunted Hotel. And also doing a little side eye review of it while I was doing this. Aha, I tricked you. I'm going to edit that. I have this really great program that I've been using DaVinci Resolve. Now, here's a responsible use of AI. I can take all of that and then I can get a transcript of it and edit pieces of it together in just like a transcription. That's all you need to do, and it moves along on the timeline, so it's connected. So I can just read what I'm trying to cut around. It's really helpful. There's also a thing on AI, and it like this is not AI. This is not generative AI. This is like what the term AI used to like actually be. Like, it does simple tasks, like it automates them in a certain way. Like, I have a new thing, like all the computer does is there's this thing where it detects cuts. It detects like when a picture changes, which you could do that, and you can program a computer to like be, hey, when something changes, can you make a little cut to show where it changes? And it's like, sure, I could do that, and it does it. It's not generative crap. It's not copying pasting willy nilly. When they say AI can like be the can lead to breakthroughs in medical science, what they mean is we can examine all these patterns that exist within like cells and stuff, and sort of pinpoint what's going on. Because you can also train pigeons to look at charts and pictures of cells, and they'll also know what cancer looks like, and they'll pick it out almost like at a very successful rate. So this is good use of technology, and what has been sort of rebranded as AI, but it's just an automated process. And then one that gives you every opportunity to go through and edit everything. Like video game AI. That's great. Cool. Goes all the way back to Pac-Man, where the ghosts reacted in different ways to like what the player was doing. That's AI, not this horse shit. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I went nuts. Like it was just like last week. I went absolutely nuts for that. Like I broke down and crying about that weird, like not abstinence, anti-porn, anti-procrastination YouTube ad that they had, but it was just clearly a ripoff of The Simpsons and Flanders. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, that's helpful. Again, I'm just trying to like figure out the best way to start using every second of the day, because that's what it's going to have to come down to. But thank you guys. This just having you guys here just was like, you know what? Just do it, even if it's not good. Just a good kick in the side. You can make it good later. That's what they say. Uh, I need to. No. No. Wait, no. Okay. I think I've got this. I'm trying to work with some colors on a different artwork, a different piece I'm working on now. Let's see. Is this good? No. Darn it. I've contaminated another folder with artwork from a different layer that I want to work. There we go. This might work. Poop. Okay, hold on. I gotta get rid of. I gotta isolate this. Isolate this. What is this? Oh. Okay, well, poop. Okay, I'll just do this. Okay, that turned out great. This is fine. Sorry for yapping earlier as you were talking. No, that's fine. We're good. How far back are we? I mean, it's not buffering that bad, is it? Seems like we're back up to like the 600 KBs. So that's good. Not fantastic, but like good. I may have to look into like adding more bandwidth. But no, we seem to be doing fine. Again, also, I'm finally getting back to this original drawing. I like experimenting with the different shapes. That was a thing that came in for a bunch of other ones. Just kind of the weird backgrounds that are just shapes. But here, like the whole weird geometry of Relay, I tried to replicate that here. Where did that reappear again? And a few other ones. There was maybe a few where I didn't go quite hard on the backgrounds. Some of them that require the backgrounds for the bit. Like the one let's see. I did a pretty good version of, well, the zombie one was good. That's a graveyard. And then I would have to say the most complicated one was the one I did on South Park, Sharon, which you'll see in in a couple days when we talk about it, because she was kaiju or giantess or whatever. So I made it a depiction of like the 50-foot woman. So I basically had to like make sure everything went to scale. So I just depicted her standing above the South Park Mall. So that, I would say, that was the one where the most work went into the background. So these other ones are just kind of, I don't know, okay. See you, Velcro. Thank you for dropping by. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to export this. Oh, wait, no. I wanted to do something else. I also had a hard time this morning. My, not the electricity, but my outlet. I knocked all the stuff out of an outlet, so I had to restart all the computer stuff. And that was kind of frustrating. And then I had a bit of a scare because it was like, oh, no, we don't know. Like my computer was like, the hard drive was like acting weird. I was like, oh God. And that's just because it wanted to update. It was time to update a bunch of stuff anyway. So it was like, oh, thank God. When I finally got it up and working again. Let's see. One thing. Nope. Hold on. Yes. We get rid of this with a little bit of airbrush, and that should work out fine. Good. No. Okay, how do I do? Again, sort of the idea of the mad artist, or the artist under the influence. Very reminiscent of A Mouth of Madness. Like, do you read Shutter Kane? I think they just got a DVD re-release or no, Blu-ray re-release or something, because it's been showing up, popping up. Like, there was a trailer for the new ones. It might be getting some new steam, very much like The Thing did. I mean, The Thing was visceral. Oh, by the way, rip Struzan. Man, they were posting a bunch of stuff. I was like, someone was like posted, oh, hey, look at Struzan as he makes the Star Wars poster, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is great. This really shows like the quality of human input, even just when like working heavily from a reference. He made that his own in a unique way. And then I just later on that day, I found out he passed away, sadly. And was like, well, shit. I thought they were just showing us nice stuff. Ba, ba, ba. I'm looking through now. Wait, did I put that? Is that still on the back? Did I do that on the final? Oh no, I didn't. I should. Oh no, don't. Hey me, don't erase that. It's not in the back of the final. I put one on the. I put some on the side, but a little blotch on the back wouldn't hurt. In fact, I already posted this one. Well, shoot. I was gonna say a little blotch on the back wouldn't have hurt. That would have been cool. But then again, she's not working from the front. There we go. I got the one on the side's fine. That makes it look like she kind of wiped her hands or something. There we go. I'm trying to like do a good depiction of something, and I'm having a hard time thinking of that. Let's see. Yeah, I guess this is fine. What did I do with the tentacles? Oh yeah, I did something weird where it looks like one is fading, one is on top of the other, but also behind each other. Again, sort of like working in impossible space. It's just like a little kind of goofiness. Yeah, I made it look like the tentacle is clearly going on top of it, and then having it look like it's coming from behind. I mean, it's not like an Escher illusion or anything, but it's like I just thought it was a really nice touch to make it seem like madness, you know? Okay, let me see where I need to go and check a message. What's going on? Oh, Jordan Peterson's ill with pneumonia, neuropathy, and sepsis. Oh, because of the mold. Like Resident Evil Biohazard was a documentary how mold will turn you crazy and racist. Primos is a really good show. I like it. I know that at the beginning, Primos got like had a rough start, especially since I guess the Hispanic community, or then let's not even say that. Let's just say there was a kerfuffle online because you never know. These could all be bots or whatever now. Um, but there definitely was some opinion about how this wasn't indicative of the Hispanic experience, and that was basically true. It was all but admitted by the creator that this was based off of her experience of her just hanging out with her cousins a lot in LA. Oh, boy, is it LA. There's like one shot of it just like being like congested and smoggy and like yellow from the sunset, not like pee or anything. But Yeah, very, very, very much like feels like uh I was gonna say Southwest. Would you consider LA Southwest? I guess so. I mean, you sort of think of the when it hits that part of California, you think, oh, the coast. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like stuck real close to Arizona, um, which reminds me of just yeah, like the neighborhoods and people I used to grow up around, where they're all just like kind of weirdly unique in their own ways. Very much, again, comparisons to the Loud House would be inevitable, but um, I'd say where Primos kind of shines is that yes, it has a lot of interesting stuff in comparisons with the Owl. I'm not the loud, not Owl House, the Loud House. In terms of it has a large family, I'd say it's all more or less focused through the lens of the main character. I forget her name though. And sort of her adventure to try and discover who she is, or um, like self-actualize all the things she wants to do. She literally has a journal that says, I'm gonna do all sorts of crazy things this summer and like figure out who I am." I imagine spoilers. That's going to figure out like my family is a big part of who I am. I'm just thinking about it. Did it wait? Did it get renewed? How many seasons did they end? Did they end it already? Uh, Development. They had the takeover. How not to draw Tater. Her name's Tater, by the way, or at least that's what her nickname is. A loving, a loving nickname given by her father, no doubt. Uh, Bud Humphrey Sr. Oh, she's Patricia, of course. And then she's got a little. She's got a big sister. No, younger. Wow, she's the little sister, but she's still taller. Takes after her father. Nellie, Eleanor. And then there's Beatrice or Bibi, who is the artist we're talking about. Yeah, again, you've got a big family ensemble, but I think it's all sort of more or less like Tater's the one that kind of guides the situations in a lot of respects. Like there's the adventure where they have like the creepy doll, or the adventure where they try to figure out like what they're gonna do all summer, and then she finds out that, oh, well, all the kids, they want to chip in and help out and do the chores. Or Abuela's birthday. That's the thing I think that really got me into it, where it's like that clip of the quilt and all the kids showing like presenting that. And of course, there was that really good song done by her enemy, her rival. Let's see, where can I find her? Recurring characters. Ooh, the one that has the let's see, the "I'm bad, I'm evil" song. She's a Girl Scout, but she's like an evil Girl Scout. Malfu? Yeah, yeah. Guinevere Malfui. Malfui. The one that has a crush on the older guy, the redheaded kid. And it explores the idea of um, of sort of mixed marriages with. Is that even like? How does that even like? Is that weird to say? Like, what do you? What would you like? Or the just marrying different people. Yeah. Okay. Intermarriage. It's a union between individuals from different cultures, nationality, racial, ethnic, or religious backgrounds. So yeah, a mixed marriage, or just a marriage. No one you don't. Why would you want to marry a clone of you? But I mean, yeah, the dad's Caucasian. He's a redneck handyman, and she is a free spirited artist. The older sister's like weird. Nellie is this like weird comic relief that I don't quite vibe with. Kif is a really fun show, and they also have like really great Halloween specials, like that first one where they invite the demon to the party. Storm. Really great Halloween specials and really great music that goes with them. And they also had the Smiling Friends guy guest star in the last one. Oh crap! I wonder if anyone's done that. The Smiling Friends clip. Hey, did that guy turn to dust? Just wait. Let me. Someone's probably has done it yet. Kif and Smiling Friends. Kif and Smiling. Because there's two things right now where the guy just turns to dust. In the first episode, in the first season of the Inspector, at the end of that episode, someone turns to dust, and in oh, what was it? And at the end, I guess the guy who like does Smiling Friends likes the idea of just people turning into dust and floating away. Okay, Charlie, did that guy just turn into dust? Question mark. No, turn into sand. That's right. And there's a bunch of TikToks. They like edit him into yeah, they've got him in. They got him in JoJo. Hold on. Where's my headphones? Yeah, okay. It's JoJo where they have Dio's body. And then he turns into sand. Let's see. They've got him in Spider-Man 3. Or him in Spider-Man the Animated Series. Okay, they really been sticking him everywhere. But they didn't do it in KIF, so I may have to like do a little bit of editing thing. They even just have now started doing "Yo guys, it's me, Charlie." No, that's dumb. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Infinity War. There is so I'm Smiley Friends kind of bounces off of me too, but there are some things that like kind of hit me. Wait, what lover would know you better than what? Oh, joke. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like going through. Hey, did that guy just turn into sand? Da, 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 da. Okay, anyway. I got to send this somewhere that I've been working on. That happens sometimes. I hate this. I move the reference image in front of what I'm working on. Oh well. You can still kind of make it out. Wait, guys, it's me, Charlie. Hey, Underwolf. I picked up your package yesterday, so I have it, and I'll do it on a video. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yep. Yeah, put that down. Okay, here. Oh, thank God. Deviation. No. Nope, 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 nope. Studio. Snatch. Yep. Documents? Why did I have the documents? So Pokemon AZ comes out tomorrow. Anyone excited? No, I don't have a. I don't have that. And I'm gonna say, when did I play that last game? Maybe about a year ago. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. No, that's not right. And there we go. Yeah, I think this one turned out pretty good. Definitely one of the more. How can I put this? I don't know. I just really, really liked it. The character's a little bit more on model. I think I just like the concept. I think it was really good. Also, the pink and green just makes it like a really good combination. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this a stream. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with the internet. I'm going to see what I can do to fix that. But in the meantime, yeah, I thank you all for coming. I thank you for your support, and just I'll see you later. Okay, you all have a good one. Bye.